everyone. I'm very excited. I got a new cordless wireless microphone to try out. I think it's working. I think I finally figured out the right adapter that it came with to go through my computer. So I'm very excited. Ooh, no cord. This is very excited. I could move around. I could go do stuff. That's really great. So I'm very excited about this new upgrade. I watch YouTube videos all the time, and I see all you guys and your technology. So we're trying to keep limited upgrades. I mean, I don't have a, GoPro. The reason I don't have a GoPro is that I get motion sick, and if I'm watching something instead of following the horizon or where I'm going, I get seasick. So that doesn't work for me, unfortunately. So, anyway, so, sitting in my kitchen in front of my laptop or sitting somewhere else. I could sit somewhere else with my laptop and recording is how I do it. Very old school because of that motion sickness that I get. I can't read in the car either, or I get motion sick, and I can't go around too many curves. So let me stop talking about it because it brings back not happy sensations. So here I am with my new little upgrade. I'm very excited. Yay. Today is Saturday, July 12th, 2025. How fast is this year going, and how fast is this summer going? Oh, very sad, because here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States of America, our summers are so short, and I am grabbing on to every little second of it. Now that I have air conditioning, I am grabbing on and enjoying every second of it. Without air conditioning, it is really awful. With global warming, I can't take it without air conditioning anymore. So I'm so grateful to have my new air conditioning. So, my lighting is still not good. Sorry about that. I do have ring lights and stuff. I have them set up in my bedroom so I can take photos. Check-in photos, not really check-in for myself photos, tracking photos, in my posing suit, for my physique changes and stuff. So I have a little lighting set up in my bedroom. I could put one out here too. So I have options. So anyway, it is Saturday and I'm in a good mood because why? The scale dropped this morning. Yay! Thank goodness. Because I am back on my food plan, which is making me very happy. I'm very happy back. I feel so much better back on my food plan. I feel energized. I feel healthy. I feel clean. I feel energetic. I feel motivated to work out. I feel lighter. I feel confident. I feel proud of myself. I feel happier and hopeful. My food plan that I have set up for myself works for me. So, and I'm constantly, keeping an eye on it and on me and seeing what I need to revise and stuff. I don't revise much because I figure why fix it if it ain't broke. So some of the things I might play around with are adding healthy fats like avocado, which I have only been doing a little bit back in my food plan, and some other healthy fats. And so we'll see. But I am in charge of it myself. And you know what? When I started in 2008, I had a great online coach that I paid for food plans and workout plans, and he coached me through my entire bodybuilding competitions and for years and years and years, and it was great. And I learned so much, and I have all those plans and everything. I learned so much. So I learned about clean bodybuilding food. So I use that knowledge And I used the knowledge over the years and macros that I learned from another horrible coach. But at least I learned macros. A different coach. And I put that knowledge together, and now I'm creating my own kind of coaching in a way. I have a co-coach or a coaching consultant or a coach. I have a coach, but that I consult with a lot, sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes. And he's really great. He's a IFBB pro at 64, 63. So he's around my age, been competing forever too. And he has OG knowledge that I love. But he's really busy. So it's hard to get hold of him and not want to bother him and stuff. And he's a man of few words. So it's hard to get much information. But he's been really, really helpful and just what I needed right now and just what I want. I mean, I love being pretty much my own coach right now. I don't have to rebel. I don't have to feel a victim. I don't have to, which is all in my head. But I have this, problem with authority and a whole bunch of stuff that makes it really hard on myself. So, doing it myself empowers me, and I get to make the choices myself, and it's much better and healthier for me psychologically. So it's working out, and I'm so grateful. Oh my God. But I wouldn't recommend it to anybody new. I mean, it's taken me years and years and years and years and years. And I had this great psychological coach that disappeared, and I really wish I could get hold of her. Candace Houston, IFBB pro that got married and then disappeared. She was a great psychological help that taught me so much, and that's what's enabled me to do this now. And I dropped something. I wish that I could get hold of her, Candace Houston, if you're out there. I wish I could get hold of her to give her updates and see how she's doing and to let her know how much her coaching changed my life. And I use her tools every day, and I teach other people her tools every day. And it's because of her tools that she planted the seed that I can do this myself. I never would have had that idea if it weren't for her. So anyway, I'm using a lot of help I've gotten along the way to do this. And so I am so grateful. So I'm back on my food plan. I'm back taking photos. I'm back tracking my weight and food prepping there on the counter all the time, every day, many times a day. And grocery shopping, food prepping, getting things back in motion for competition prep. And I am officially back in competition prep. I have 10 weeks. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we're talking. And I'm glad I'm looking at the calendar in front of me. 10 weeks today for my next competition. And I just registered a few minutes ago. I have the hotel. I have the tan. I was holding off on the registration until I got a firm doggy sitter, which I don't have yet. But I realized while I was in the gym this morning doing my fasted cardio that I should just go ahead and register. And I have a few options nowadays of doggy sitters that Ginger loves. My running coach friend Tara, who Ginger adores, my neighbor friend Barb, who Ginger adores, and some neighbor friends, Michelle and her husband, that Ginger adores. So at least those options. So I'm hoping that, given that I have options now of people that I can think of off the bat that Ginger adore and feel comfortable with, that'll be all right. So this morning I registered. I only registered for one class though, because it's really expensive, and it's really expensive to register for more classes. And I felt confident today as my scale weight dropped and I'm on my food plan, and I'm building up my competition training. And my health is better. I'll talk about that. And as I get closer, hopefully the plan will be to register my full plan of registration, which is more involved. But for now, I'm reserving my place with the one class because it's really expensive. Every class is the registration fee again and again and again. So that stresses me out. So I figure this will be a good drop to hold my mental place there and hold my physical place. Let them know I will be there. They created a category just for me and my 60 plus figure women girlfriends. And I'm so excited. They wouldn't do it last year, but this year, thanks to my friend Cheryl, who's also a 60 plus figure competitor, they went ahead and made a class for us. So I'm so excited. So I really wanted to let them know I am there so that they know I appreciate them making this new class at this competition. So I'm so excited about that. Oh, so 10 weeks. And I think I will be ready. I will be ready. I'm planning things out, getting in the mindset. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I hadn't planned out this part of this half of the year. So, which is, I guess, now that I'm talking about it, a good thing because it gives me something to do because competition prep is very psychologically difficult as well as physically, but it's psychologically difficult, which just means it's also emotionally difficult. And if I have projects, time goes very quickly, much more quickly than if I don't have projects and things to do. I give myself tasks to do. Otherwise, 10 weeks is a long time on the calendar, but in competition prep, it's not long at all. After today, it'll be 9.5 weeks or, very soon. So not long at all, which that makes me scared right there because I have poundage to take off. So after my last competition, I decided I wasn't going to do the next couple shows. So I went into kind of recovery mode and allow myself to eat. See, I'm making my own plan. So I ate, and I ate stuff I wanted to eat, and tried to be within moderation. But my current coach, who I've consulted with many times, I have struggled with eating and food issues and body issues and all that stuff, but. And consulted with him about that, and he was always like, "Who cares? Just get back on plan, and here's get on your plan and do this, and this helps, and do this is what I do." And he tells me what he does, and he's very successful in his career bodybuilding. So I listen to what works for him, and so when I consulted him about my fears and stresses and horrifying feelings about allowing myself to go off plan and stuff after competitions, he was like, "It's not a problem." I'm like, "Really? It's not a problem?" Because in the old days, boy, oh boy, it was not allowed by previous, old day coaches. I mean, even my good coach. I mean, I don't know if anyway, it was not a thing in the old days. You did not go off plan. Like that was a big no-no. And you got a lot of it was bad. So, like, I don't know how to describe it, but my internalizing was, shame and guilt and humiliation and failure and loser, failure. So no, my current coach, even though he's old school, he's like, not a problem. It's not a problem. Really. You just go on your timeline. You just watch your timeline. And the tool he gave me too was to weigh myself every day and track my scale weight. And that was a new one for me. I have never been coached to track my scale weight every day. Like, that was never part of my coaching. And I am not psychologically a healthy person when it comes to the scale. Now, one of my previous coaches, my previous posing coach, she would do measurements. She would do pinch tests, pinching, skin fold, and measuring tape measurements all up and down my body. And we'd track that along with my weight. So it was according to those sorts of, tests, which are semi-accurate, not 100% at all, but accurate enough. So if the same person does it in the same places each time, it's something to go by. Just like if you have a scale and you use your same scale, or things aren't 100% accurate, but if you use that as your measurement, you at least have something to go by. So we tracked our measurements along with my weight, and it tracked my actual body fat changes. And that was really hugely important. I mean, that was more important than scale weight. That was amazing. Like, to actually see your body composition changing with that measurement. Whereas the scale weight, you can't. So, that taught me a lot too. So, I'm using all this experience to track. So I track on the scale, knowing that is not the end-all be-all, because the internal changes of body composition, of muscle growth or fat loss, are not tracked that way. But I get a concept through the result. So, tracking my scale weight, I really did not want to do every day because it was so humiliating for me. But it's given me a new tool of insight as to my effects of sleep, foods, rest days, hard workout days, my body's working, how it works, how my body loses weight, how my body gains weight. So it's just, I try to see it as a tool now, but I am still very emotionally attached to that stupid scale weight. And I'm just trying to learn how to distance myself from the emotional part of it and just use it as a tracking tool. That's what I am working on. So, what I know about my body today at the age of 61 and a half years old, after a lifetime of dieting and weight up and downs, roller coasters, and my genetics, is my genetic family disposition is our metabolisms are slow. We are obese. Family. We are easy to put on weight. We hang on to our weight, and we love food in my family. And culturally, we grew up with food is love, and food is a wonderful thing, and it's social and celebratory, and it's just nurturing. So comforting, nurturing, and so there's a lot of issues around that, but in a good way and a negative way. And but my metabolism is slow, and it's much slower, I am sure, because of a lifetime of dieting. So I just have to learn what works for me in this present time. So in this present time, I still have a slow metabolism, and I have to really minimize my caloric intake and eat very clean to get a positive result in what I'm trying to achieve, which is body fat loss and muscle growth or muscle retention and attaining the physique I want to bring to the stage. So unfortunately, it's low calorie, but so I try to see how much cardio I have to put in there along with it. It's kind of high, but now that I love running, I can use that as my cardio as well. So in the old days when I got a plan that told me what to eat and what cardio, it was awful. It was so hard and it was so awfully difficult to follow. I mean, it was difficult training. Um, so today, thanks to my new coach, I just I pick my foods. Also, I can pick my training. I pick what I do myself. So giving myself cardio is a lot more fun. And he gave me suggestions on cardio, and I took a nice easy one for myself, which is inclined treadmill for the gym, and outside I do running and walks and stuff. So I know there are other more intense cardios like in the gym, like the stair mill, which I don't do because it's so exhausting. The elliptical, again, exhausting. Given my age, I work on managing my exhaustion level so I can keep training. So it's working because I don't have to kill myself. I just have to figure out the right formula so that the least gives me the best. The least gives me the most. So that's what I keep working on every day. So I am working currently on this post-competition. I ate lots of yummy stuff for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's a long time. But I figured, it's a long time to my next competition. Well, now it doesn't seem very long, does it? No, now it's very short. During that 2 weeks, I mentally was very stressed, anxious, sad, guilty about eating, even though on the other hand, I was, talking myself through it's the right thing to do. And it was the right thing to do. Looking back now, I gained 8, 9, 10 pounds in 2 weeks, but which now I am taking off. My physique does not look the same right now as when I went onto the stage a few weeks ago. Well, whenever that was, May 29th, I don't know. I can't even remember. June? I got to look it up. Now we're on July on my calendar, so I can't see June. I don't remember when I competed. Must have been June. So, where was I? Now I'm taking it off. But I did need that break. I realize right now I did need that break. I tell myself every day that was what I needed. And you do. You need rest. You need recovery. You need diet breaks. Those are very important. It's hard to allow myself to give myself these things. That's the thing. My own psychology is the theme of this video. I'm learning about myself. I'm learning how my body works, but I'm learning how my brain works. And it's not a pretty place, really. I mean, most of us, it's not. I know. Most of us struggle with these issues. So I'm just verbalizing mine. So I am glad I took that time. I'm just anxious and stressed as to whether I have enough time to get back to my stage physique without suffering. I hate suffering. I do not want to suffer. So I want to make it nice. See, this is what my Candace Houston taught me, is that it doesn't have to be suffering. I'm like, really? doesn't have to be suffering. Like, that was unbelievable to me. And now that's my basis of my foundation of my whole competition comeback is I don't have to suffer. That's the whole foundation of this comeback over the last couple of years. So my goal is not to suffer, and my goal is not to kill myself because I want to be healthy. My goal is to be healthy and happy and fit and strong for the rest of my life and to build a foundation for a happy rest of my life. And competition I'm using to build that foundation of health and fitness and strength, which is really important as I grow older. So it's just a motivation for what I want for the rest of my life. So, not suffering. So yeah, I don't want to suffer. So I needed the 2 weeks. I was so stressed out all prep this last prep season. Stressed. Unbelievably mentally stressed. Probably physically stressed from all the training. Physically and mentally stressed. And then depleted from losing body fat and always being on a diet and not having a diet break. And being at low body fat, and it's very hard on the system. So by this last competition in June, whenever it was, I started to have little injuries come up. And so my body was not happy with, the low body fat and the stress and the high, fitness training, routine. And so it was starting to, it was starting to need a rest is the point. And I don't give myself a rest. So I was starting to have injuries. And so this 2 weeks, diet 2 weeks really gave me a nice little rest. I was so exhausted after the last competition. All I could do was sleep. Like I fell asleep all the time. Standing up, sitting down all the time. Like I was falling asleep. I was so exhausted. And so I wanted to, I caught up on my sleep. And then I started to de-stress. My body started to de-stress because I was nutritionally feeding it again. I allowed myself time to recover from my injuries. This was one of my goals, get these injuries taken care of, and they're recovering. I only have little bits left, and I'm working with my chiropractor and my coach and my running coach and giving my body a break as I work out and get back to my workout routine, allowing recovery. So it's been great because now I have lots of energy back. Look at me. I have so much energy back. The other day, I went to the gym, worked out, did my cardio. I think I ran. I worked in my garden. I walked with Ginger, and then I went for a 3-mile walk with my friend. I was like, oh my God, my energy is back. After that day, and this was Thursday, today is Saturday, I was like, oh my God, my energy is back. I can do stuff all day. That means I am rested again, which, wow. I wasn't sure if my energy was ever coming back. So it's been really good to have this time. So I'm doing the right thing. Just my head says I ruined everything, but it's not true. So I got to work against this mental stuff. So I'm journaling a lot, reading a lot, meditating again, which my Candace Houston taught me, envisioning, which Candace Houston taught me. So I'm using my tools to try to self-talk myself that I'm in the right place and I'm doing the right things. Now, psychologically, doing the right thing was my trigger right there. In my family, when I grew up, I was always questioning that I wasn't doing the right thing. Like I got the message I wasn't all the time. I grew up in the era in the 60s and 70s where my parents grew up in the era where it's a lot of like negative parenting, like you should, you better, which is a way of parenting. Nowadays, it's positive parenting. But the you should and you better gave me, as a sensitive person, the message that I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't being enough. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't a good person. I wasn't a good daughter. Oh, it's just not good for a sensitive person like me. It wasn't good for me as a person, but it also made me a fighter and feisty. Everything has good and bad to it. But I've been really struggling with that inner programming. So I'm working on that right now. I am doing the right thing. My inner programming says I'm not doing the right thing. So I want to work on that. I am doing the right thing. I got to write that down. Now that I have a wireless microphone, I guess I can talk and move. Let me get my journal. I have many journals, but this is one of them. The Artist's Way Morning Pages Journal by Julia Cameron. I have the book, The Artist's Way. I've never finished it, and I've never completed the program, but I really appreciate her morning pages idea. I did do her morning pages every day when I started my transformation in 2023. Now I just use it as a journal. 7, 12, 25. I am doing the right thing. Exclamation point, smiley face, heart, star. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Arrow, arrow. I like mantras to give myself. I am doing the right thing. I am doing the right thing. I am doing great. I got to write that one down. Oops. Sorry. Motion sickness. It's not good when the camera moves. So, I'm going to write down, I am doing great. I am doing great. Now, the scale showed me today that I'm doing the right thing. I am doing great. Exclamation point, exclamation point, smiley face, heart, stars, underline great many times, and arrow, arrow. Okay. Yesterday, the scale. So last time I filmed, the scale was down. I was in a hopeful place. The next day, the scale was up. I was very depressed, questioning the meaning of my life, questioning my existence, questioning whether I was doing anything right, like I'm talking about. Yesterday, the scale stayed in that same place. Again, miserable day, questioning everything about myself and my life and what I'm doing. This morning, the scale was down. Now I have hope. Now I'm excited. Now I'm registered for the show. I'm in a positive place. And now I realize I am doing the right thing. So the validation point is important to me. It's just an individual thing. I learned my own psychology too, as well as my physiology. So my own psychology, I need to validate myself or somebody to validate me. So if I don't have anybody externally validate me, internally I can validate myself. So, scale showed me this morning I'm on the right track. It's great to see. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, not too loud so Ginger, my dog, doesn't wake up and get scared. Knock on wood, things will keep going in a positive way. My energy's back. I'm rested. I am recovering in my energy. I am back in my food plan. I'm back in the gym. I'm back running. My running is still slow and not what it was before the contest and before I got injured myself before the competition. I did my injury after my first competition. A week later, I did a 5-mile race. I was feeling great, but I injured myself because my body was tired. And now I'm finally healed up from that. So I'm super glad. So now I can run, but my legs are kind of pooped from competition prep. But it's getting better. It's getting back. Next week, 1 week from today, I have another 5-mile race. So I'm very excited. And we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow, I get my hair done again. Yay! It's getting long and straggly. Although the color is doing good. And I got my keep running clothes on today because today is long run Saturday with Ginger. We only have a short long run because it is, what do they call it for races? Not peak week, but where you ramp down your running to get ready for your race so you're not too pooped. I forget what that's called. I can't think. Well, it's early morning. I've already been to the gym. I did my fasted cardio this morning. I did my food prep. I made food. I prepped food. What else have I done? Journaled a bit. Watched YouTube videos, and now I'm doing this. So it is 3:15 in the morning. And when the sun comes up, Ginger and I will do our nice, really nice 3-mile long run to get ready for our 5-mile race next week. Because we did a 5-mile long run last week, and I actually did it. I couldn't believe it. I have not done a 5-mile run in so long. So hopefully we got a 5-mile in the body. The physiology goes, oh, we know how to do this, so that we'll be prepared for next week's 5-mile race. Ginger can't run with me on the race because they don't allow dogs, which is really a bummer because not only does she love it, I love it when she's with me, and it poops her out. So otherwise, she has way too much energy because she's a little athlete too with all the running we do. So, gosh, I can't believe after today it's less than 10 weeks out for the show. That makes me nervous, but I get very nervous and stressed and anxious when it comes to competition prep, and it doesn't do me any good. It keeps me motivated, I guess, but it wears me out. So I don't want to be stressed and anxious. So that's what I'm working on too. That's why I'm saying I'm in the right place. Oh, I didn't write that down. I'm in the right place. I'm doing a great job. I'm on the right track. I am in the right place. I am on the right track. I will be ready for my competition on time, improved, because I always want to be improved, and fantastic. Because I'm working against getting anxious and stressed. So we'll see. Plus, as you go, the training, I get tired. And tired makes me more stressed because then you're tired and you still got to train and keep going and diet. And so right now, 10 weeks out today, I'm starting to get hungry a lot. My metabolism has kicked in, which is good for my food plan. But I am hungry when I am in bed at night, which I realize is a good thing, which means I'm losing body fat, and the scale showed that. So I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. I will be ready. I will be ready on time. I will look fantastic and hopefully make the improvements I want to make. And I just want to update on all this stuff in my head because it's a very complex journey, challenging, which is why I love it. The challenge. Not only do I love the health, fitness, and strength and activity aspect of it, and the sport aspect, I love the challenge too. And there's a lot of negatives to it too. So I'm able to focus on the positive today, 10 weeks out today, being just off a refeed and a recovery time, feeling more fresh, having positive responses. I'm in a good place to move forward in my competition prep of my next show. Yay! Okay, I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Ask questions or make comments below, and here we go. Bye!